Michael took pity on me, and I was fortunate that when he quit the Butterfield band, he was starting the Electric Flag band, and he didn't have nowhere to put all the musicians. So he brought the horn players. They always lived up with him and Susan, and me and Johnny Kramer, Barry Goldberg's first cousin. We had a house because Johnny was a trust fund baby, to be honest about it. So Michael got kicked out of his own house and moved in with us. But he brought a drummer he had stole from Wilson Pickett.
Okay.
A big old 17-year-old, Buddy Miles. And he said, Joe, I used to get this a lot. Can you take him around, district? I used to do that with Earl Hooker and people like that. And so I'd take him around to get barbecue and whatnot. And so Buddy introduced me to Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
He always would talk about it.
Yeah.
And Michael, being who Michael Bloomfield was, it was a healthy competition, but whenever Michael would introduce himself, he would say, "Hi, I'm Michael Bloomfield, the lead guitar player." I'm serious. And so, it was a good rivalry with them, but, Jimmy was in a world of his own, as far as playing music. I'd never seen anybody. What I like, and what Eric does too, which I told him, is the classical movement that he does with the guitar. Because it's most guitar players are playing chords here.
Yeah.
That's it. They might do an inversion. He moves like a piano. Right. It's moving, it's constant, and it's not easy because you have to trust your instincts about where you're going. And I hit a wrong note. There's not a wrong note. No. It's not a wrong note. It's a note on the way to getting to the right note. But that's sort of my connection, and I got fortunate to know, Billy Cox and them, and of course, and see all those guys and, in their heyday and what have you, and it was an honor.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah. And Billy, your relationship with Jimmy goes way, way back.
Well, I had a group before ZZ Top called the Moving Sidewalks.
Right. Yeah.
And we'd had a couple of records out that were doing pretty good, and a phone call came in and said, "You've been invited to go on a tour. Do you know a guy named Jimi Hendrix?" And I said, "I'm pretty sure." So we went we got hired on to, this was 1967, I was 17. And the funny thing was we were supposed to play for 40 minutes. And in order to play 40 minutes, we had 2 Jimi Hendrix songs in the lineup. I'll never forget playing Foxy Lady and Purple Haze and looking over on the side of the stage, and there was this guy going, I came off stage, he said, "I like you, you got a lot of nerve."
And Eric, your relationship with Jimi Hendrix is the most recent of the three. It's part of the Experience Hendrix tours. Can you tell the audience a little bit about what that's about?
Well, actually, man, I'm going to try to make this really short and sweet. I have actually not done that tour with them for almost 5 or 6 years.
Oh, okay.
And I was one of the ones that was there when it originally started. With Billy Cox, Buddy Miles, and God rest his soul, Mitch Mitchell. To have them sit down and tell me, in close quarters that, Eric Gales, you have this thing about you, and I've not felt this way about no guitar player but Jimi Hendrix when he played with us. And that just sends chills through your bones. And I want to say that I am not and have never tried to be the next Jimi Hendrix. No. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be the first me that I can be. And, anybody in the world that says they're not influenced by Hendrix, you're flat out lying. Some kind of way. You definitely got some kind of influence by this guy, directly or indirectly. And he was way before his time. He was gone way too soon. And, the guy was amazing. And for me, I'm more, believe it or not, and you might not believe this, but I'm more influenced by people that were influenced by Jimi Hendrix. More so than I'm influenced by him. Right. So, if you can kind of figure that out, he influenced Robin Trower, he influenced Eric Johnson, he influenced Stevie Ray, he influenced a lot of really badass cats that, I'm more influenced by them. But indirectly, he's at the top of the tree. But what about the people that he was influenced by? So it's evolution. It's how it should be. People nowadays should be either influenced by us and the people that you should gain us and the people that we were influenced by. That's how it should happen. So I gained him along with Buddy Guy, along with Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Albert King, because that's who he, Curtis Mayfield, that's who he was influenced by. So that's how the evolution is supposed to happen.
Very cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. I know you have a busy afternoon, and I don't want to keep you. Once again, let me introduce the panel. Give it up for them. Joe Louis Walker, Blues Hall of Fame, Kenny Aronoff, drummer extraordinaire, 50 years of ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons, Chris Barros, the new lead singer and lead guitar player. This year, at the Blues Music Awards, as tearful and heartfelt as it was, the one performance and speech that stood out at the 2019 performance was Eric Gale's when he won his award. I don't know if it's online, if is it on Facebook. I'm still wiping the tears from my eyes. This is one beautiful human being. And finally, the bass player, brains behind the operation, Fabrizio Grazzi. The mastermind. Is there going to be another album out soon of the Supersonic Blues Machine?
Well, we just released, actually 3 weeks ago, a live record titled Road Chronicles Live. It's the documentation of the beautiful experience that we had last summer with Billy, Chris, Kenny, and a bunch of other friends of ours. And we're currently working on a new Supersonic studio record, which is going to see the light of the day sometimes in 2020. Will be the first studio record with Chris, even though we released another single just a few months ago titled Right Now. And if you guys come in tonight to the show, you're going to hear it, and hopefully you're going to like it.
Great. Right. Once again, thank you, and enjoy their show tonight, everybody. Thank you for coming.